Hi Virgo, I hope you're doing well. Okay, I will definitely say to you, watch the Pisces reading. For this reading more specifically than any of the other readings that I've done. I am trying to do this for Virgo, which is what I'm doing right here, but it keeps popping, Pisces keeps popping in my mind. So that will definitely play a role in this for you. So I would suggest watching that. I have two different readings on this one. I also threw some dice on it because there's a Venus and Scorpio element to this reading as well. So I would say then go check out Scorpio reading and Taurus reading and see where if that fits into any, if you choose. I mean, you don't have to do that, but they all run together, and this is why I do readings like this. And the last readings that I just did last night definitely had that flavor in it as well, and your houses bang up against these. These are your neighbors, so this is the neighborhood, right, so to speak. For the majority of you, what's happening here is you've got, let me just go through the cards, I guess, first, right? You've got the Fool card, which is coming in from the past, but is definitely still playing out in this. The remnants of what you did here is playing out through here. And we have the Five of Coins and the Ace of Wands. Okay. The Foundation card is the Ace of Swords. How you want this to go is the Death card. And it will. So find peace in this, no matter what scenario this is for you. Then we've got the Empress card coming up here. This will be, these readings, since they're in line with this eclipse, and my timeline on this will go out to a year. That you will see this. You will see this all starting, but I'm just saying if you don't see all of it, it's going to play out over time. So don't be impatient. Just know that it's playing out how it's supposed to. Okay, we've got the Nine of Cups is your self-image there. We've got the Ace of Coins, which is your surroundings, how people see you, right? Is that you've got three aces in here. That's a lot of new, okay? We've got, in your hopes and fears, you've got the Ten of Coins. And in the outbound card, you have the Two of Swords. The back of the deck, you've got the Four of Cups. Okay, so change is coming here. Change is coming here. New lifestyles are coming here. New lives are coming here. New projects are coming here. There's a lot of new paths are coming here for you. Let me start with the dice that I have. Okay, we have the Broken Wheel. We have the Feather. And I think someone is still in the midst of this. This isn't something that's over for some people. And the Two Faces. Okay, this for me is saying that someone's curiosity got the best of them, and they may have got themselves into a situation. This could be like a romantic kind of situation or an infatuation kind of situation, or something that you were exploring, right? I'm pulling together right now the Venus and Scorpio part, which is the only two arcana cards in your reading. So this will, it's in your chart somewhere. So curiosity got the best of you somewhere. And this could be in something that was just, it didn't help you in some regard, and you're probably still going through it. So it could either be gambling or some kind of something that you wanted to explore. I'm going to leave it at that just so this channel doesn't get censored. You got yourself into something here that was quite extravagant, and it's costing you dearly, as you can tell. So I think you're trying to get yourself out of it, or you will be trying to get yourself out of it, because you were apprehensive on the get-go. So this was either something that you overextended yourself in, you committed too much of yourself, or you got too involved with something here that ended up to not be such a smart thing to do, right? Such a wise thing to do. You could be really lagging health-wise now because of this. This could just be someone, that your lifestyle just, you haven't been it's kind of been a fast and furious lifestyle that you've done for the last little bit, and it's starting to show you where the other parts of your life are unraveling significantly here, like neglected businesses, neglected jobs. You could have lost your job over this. It could have hit your reputation in some way. There could be something quite substantial around it. I think that this was just, in the end, you'll find out that this was just an unpleasant adventure. And I think for some people in here, there is a breakup. I think there's a relationship dynamic in here that is unhealthy at best. And I don't even know what to say on the worst part, but it's just something you got yourself into. You wanted to explore something, and that's fine. You're adults, do what you want. But it didn't pan out for you. It cost you more than I think that you were anticipating. But now you have that under your belt. So there you go. There's the positive in this, right? That's what I've got. It was a very, I think, some kind of whipping power line love affair of some sort in here. But I do think that it ends, and I think it ends like within a month or so. So you'll be dealing with the outbound of that. And based on where these cards are lying, you're wanting this. So that could be the case as well. For others of you, you have business opportunities here. I think you're a little apprehensive with all of these aces here because they're new beginnings. But that Four of Coins, the Four of Cups card that was on the back, is really just saying that change is coming. It's a time for this, right? If your businesses have not been doing well or you lost your job, you'll find jobs. And if your business was failing in some way, it will recover. You've got people also. I don't know if you're applying for loans or if people are helping you or if you're coming into money in some way, but your financials are also going to take a turn for the better. So these things that may have been a little bit rocky, I'm on to the regular reading now, not the, although there were costs to you in that other reading as well. But this is more about just the things that you're starting, the creativity, the projects that you want. I think that there is victory and strength here is imposed. You're going to need to really rally yourself to get these things going here. Again, they're seeds. Aces are seeds. But you jump right to the 9s and the 10s. So it's not like you're new in this. You're new to this section or this piece of this pie that you're doing. But you're not jumping into something brand new. You're doing something maybe in a different way, or you're expanding on something, or you're getting bigger here. So it's a fantastic reading. And you go out with the Two of Swords, which is already telling me that you finally can take a breath. You can take a breath here because something may have been extremely unstable. For some of you here, it's a very fertile time, and it can be a fertile time for children, or it can be a fertile time, which it clearly is, for projects, businesses, things that you want to do in your life. These are big cycle changes here. The Empress is a seasonal card, so it also speaks of cycles of change. And so is the Death card. It speaks the end of a cycle and the beginning of something new. And your foundation card is the Ace of Swords. So this is really a card of a strong foundation. It's a positive foundation. It's a positive period. It's increased earnings. It's business's recovery. It's consistency. So if you've not had that in your life, it comes back on track. I don't think that the Five of Coins is a waste of money. I think that it was just maybe you maybe put your eggs in one basket when they should be in another basket, but you've rectified that with the Ace of Wands. You've gotten really clear about this. So this is a business plan that is going to take a turn, but in a positive way. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a new venture. And if it is a new venture, it's going to take off fantastic and it's going to take off fast. This is like someone that could become like your revenue or the job that you get, it's much more money than you've ever made in your life. Or if this is a new business or something in a segment of a business project that changes, it is more, it like hits like that, and you're on your way. I don't think you know what the expectations are clearly of how successful you'll be in this. So find comfort in that. As far as, if you're needing some kind of financial assistance or loans or something like that, you've got people in here that help you. You've got friends in here. You've got relatives in here. Also in that other segment, the other part of this where you got yourself into a little bit of something that was more than you had bargained for. If there were gambling things or, whatever illicit things you got yourself into, there's changes for that here too. So don't think that I just ended that reading. But for the majority of people, whatever it is that was going on in your life, it flips around, right? So all of it turns out well here, okay? For others of you, you know, the lifestyle that you were living, you're probably just recovering, you know, psychologically, mentally, and all of that. It was not a little thing, right? It was something you embarked on that was more than you bargained for. But what part of life really isn't, right? So I think that struggles, tiredness, those kind of things. But I think that too, with the Two of Swords out there, this is a business. If you're doing something with business or whatever, you're going to have competition. So pull in alliances for yourself. Get to know these people. Know what your competition is. I know I don't need to say that. But I feel like at the end of this reading, it goes out with peace, because I can really feel like a sigh of relief here. I think that too, this is really an end of a cycle. So if you've been living your life in a certain way, now is a time where like maybe that was part of how you wanted to live your life, and now this is a different part. You want to do something different here. Like you've had enough of this, and that's fine too. This is how we learn, right? Depending upon who you are or what your things are, that's up to you. But there are fresh new starts here, like literally fresh new starts. Physical, mental, fertility here. So if you've not been feeling well, you will start to feel well. If you have been trying to have a child, now is the ample time. You've got all the aces. They're all the seeds. Everything's aligning for you. And the Nine of Cups here is how you see things. So keep that mentality. Keep that mentality. It's not always how we think, it's how we live. So live like it's already happened, right? I apologize for the noise. Okay. That's what I've got, guys. This reading is fantastic. It's phenomenal. There's a lot of things in here that are changing. I think for some of you on a more drastic note than not, but these two cards combined, and it's what you're wanting and it's what's in front of you. You'll make it happen. Because either way, how I switch these cards, no matter how, it speaks of moving forward. It speaks of literally the period at the end. And there needed changes that need to happen to pull your life in a different direction. So how you've been living changes. The Four of Cups is already telling you that, you know, the Four of Cups can get itself into a little bit of a problem because it's bored. So it goes and does things instead of thinking about other things. That's human nature. We do these things, right? So the Four of Cups in here, though, is saying that I'm pulling my life now in a different direction. And that's what you're doing. It's newness on all fronts. So there's nothing in here, no matter what end of this you're doing. And there is nothing wrong with Venus and Scorpio. We're human beings. Some people, if you're not hurting anyone, who really cares? It's your life, right? So that's where I go. But I think that it ended up being more taxing on you. I think that you may have gotten involved in more things that you didn't realize how, like jarring. We don't have the Devil card in here. So that's a good thing, right? So this will be an easy tweak. It'll be like, I'm over it. I'm moving on, right? That's what I've got. I hope that I helped you in some way. I would say again, watch the Pisces reading that I'm going to do now, because you may be looking at this and thinking, lady, I'm in the middle of the most whirlwind romantic event in my life here. Yes, I'm a little haggard, but I'm sticking with it. Let's just watch the other thing there, because I think that it's going to be quite taxing. And I'm only putting this out here. You could be a man or a woman in this scenario. It could be where you're, your lifestyle just needs to change into a healthier manner for your health's sake. I'm just saying, because I can feel that in here as well. That's why I pulled the dice to see exactly how much backup I could get before these words actually came out of my mouth. So that's what it is. And if that's you, you'll know who that is. For others of you, your life is pulling together in a really great direction. If finances, lack of a job, those really brutal things on a daily basis, they're changing. They're all going in a new direction. Keep in mind, my loves, these are all seeds. Beautiful seeds indeed, right? You've got mental, emotional, physical stability here, right? If you've not been feeling well, if it's emotionally been taxing on you, if it's physically been taxing on you, that will all change here. This is a breath of fresh air. A breath of fresh air, okay? And the Nine of Cups, I would say, make your wish. You know what you want. This is happiness, joy. Keep this visible, because this is how you want to feel. Even if you're not believing it at this moment, just remember this and just start to feel it. It's not what we think, it's how we live. Live a rich life. Forget about thinking about the other things. Just live a life that's rich. And eventually, if you're not there, it's going to show up, okay? Because you've got the 10 of coins. And it will be there for a very long time. And it will provide peace for you for a very long time. Okay? That's what I've got. I hope that I helped you. This is a fantastic reading. It's a fantastic reading. Okay, I'm just grateful the energy had changed from yesterday because yesterday did me in. So I hope that I helped you in some way.